My child. The clock is racing. Today, October 26th, there are only 2 minutes left on the clock of heaven, and something is shifting in the unseen. You can feel it, a trembling in the air, a stirring in your spirit, a sense that the old waiting is about to break. For so long, it has felt like you were standing at the edge, watching the seconds slip away, wondering if your moment would ever come. Delay has been a shadow, stretching across your days, whispering that maybe you were forgotten, maybe your name was lost in the crowd. But now, in this final stretch, everything is changing. Heaven is not silent. Heaven is not still. The throne room is alive with movement, and the angels are gathering. The King is leaning forward, and the scrolls are being unrolled. Your name is written there, shining in golden light. This is not just another day. This is not just another hour. This is the appointed time, the moment when the waiting ends and the miracle begins. The world may say, it's too late. The world may say, you missed your chance. But heaven says, now. Heaven says, watch what I will do in these final 2 minutes. The ticking of the clock is not a threat, it is a countdown to breakthrough. Every second that passes is a second closer to your release, your restoration, your revelation. The chains of delay are rattling, and the doors that have been locked for so long are beginning to tremble. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. Your name is echoing in the courts of heaven, and the decree is about to be spoken. Feel the urgency. Feel the acceleration. What took years to build, what took months to hope for, is about to shift in a single moment. The angels are moving at the speed of light, carrying scrolls, carrying keys, carrying crowns. The fire of God is burning away the old, making room for the new. You have waited, you have wept, you have wondered if the promise would ever come. But now, in these final 2 minutes, the promise is standing at your door. The King is calling your name. The gavel is being lifted. The verdict is about to be declared. Delay is giving way to destiny. Night is giving way to dawn. The old story is giving way to the new. Stay with me. Don't look away. Don't let the final seconds slip through your fingers. Heaven is moving, and you are at the center of this divine acceleration. The miracle you have been praying for, the answer you have been seeking, is closer than your next breath. The throne room is alive with anticipation. The angels are holding their breath. The King is about to speak, and when he does, everything will change. The waiting is over. The moment is now. The final 2 minutes are not an ending, they are the beginning of your forever. Stay, because in the next breath, your name will be spoken, and your life will never be the same. In this holy moment, something sacred is happening. God just spoke your name. Not a whisper, not a passing thought, but a declaration that echoes through the throne room of heaven. For every time you felt invisible, for every moment you wondered if anyone saw your tears, heaven answers with a resounding yes. You are not lost in the crowd. You are not overlooked. Your name is written in golden ink on the scrolls of destiny, shining brighter than the stars. The King himself has called you forward, and all of heaven stands in awe. You may have walked through seasons where it felt like your prayers bounced off the ceiling, where your dreams faded into the background, where your voice was drowned out by the noise of the world. But today, the truth is revealed. You are chosen. You are seen. The angels know your name. The scrolls are unrolled, and there it is, your name, inscribed by the hand of God, surrounded by light. The throne room is filled with the sound of your identity being spoken, not in shame, but in honor. Not in judgment, but in love. Feel the weight of this moment. The world may have labeled you ordinary, but heaven calls you extraordinary. Where others saw your flaws, God saw your future. Where you felt forgotten, you are now remembered. The King's voice cuts through every lie, every shadow, every doubt. You are mine, he says. You are chosen for such a time as this. The golden ink glows brighter, and the scroll is sealed with a mark that cannot be erased. You are not just a number. You are not just a face in the crowd. You are the one God has called by name. Declare it now, I am seen. I am chosen. I am called. Let these words settle deep in your spirit, because this is the truth that unlocks every door. The throne room is alive with anticipation, and the angels are preparing to reveal what comes next. Stay with me, because the moment your name is spoken, the story changes. The next revelation is about to unfold, and it begins with you, chosen, named, and set apart for glory. You know the weight of waiting. It presses on your chest, heavy as iron, slow as winter. Every day you wake up hoping for a sign, a shift, a word that will break the silence. But the hours stretch on, and the shadow of delay grows longer. You wonder if you missed your moment, if the promise was for someone else, if your name was skipped over in the great scrolls of heaven. The enemy whispers lies, unworthiness, insignificance, forgotten dreams. He points to your past, to your failures, to every moment you stumbled, and he tries to chain you to yesterday. But hear this, the courtroom of heaven is not a place of endless accusation. The judge is not silent. The gavel has not yet fallen, and the verdict is not what the enemy expects. The chains that have held you, the chains of doubt, fear, and delay, are not your destiny. They are not your inheritance. You were not created to live in the waiting room forever. The accusations may echo, but they do not define you. The verdict is still pending, and heaven is leaning in. Feel the contrast. The heaviness of delay is real, but it is not final. The enemy wants you to believe that the waiting is a punishment, that the silence is a sign of rejection. But the truth is, the longer the wait, the greater the breakthrough. The thicker the chains, the louder the sound when they shatter. The courtroom is filled with anticipation. The scrolls are open, your name is before the judge, and the angels are ready to move at his word. Stay with me. The gavel is about to fall, and when it does, every chain will break. The accusations will be silenced, and the verdict will be in your favor. The shadow of delay is lifting, and the dawn of your breakthrough is closer than you think. Hold on, because the next moment is the one you've been waiting for, the moment when the chains fall, and your story turns toward freedom. Step into the vision. The air shifts around you, and suddenly you are standing in a place unlike any you have ever known. The courtroom of heaven stretches before you, vast, radiant, alive with the sound of angelic voices. Pillars of light rise higher than mountains, and the floor beneath your feet gleams like crystal. Every detail is alive with purpose. This is not a place of fear, but of awe. This is where destinies are decided, where the king sits enthroned, and where your story is about to be rewritten. Archangel Michael stands at the entrance, his presence fierce and gentle all at once. His armor glows with the fire of 1,000 suns, and his sword is sheathed in peace. He nods to you, a silent assurance that you are not alone. You are guarded, protected, and honored in this place. The angels gather in rows, their eyes shining with hope, their wings folded in reverence. They know your name. They have watched your journey, counted your tears, and carried your prayers to the throne. In the center of the courtroom, a great table is set. Upon it lies a scroll, sealed with the mark of the king. The scroll is ancient, yet new, its parchment alive with golden light, its letters dancing with the breath of God. The judge, robed in majesty, lifts his hand. The room falls silent. The scroll is unsealed, and your name is spoken. It echoes through the halls of light, louder than thunder, softer than a whisper. Every angel bows. Every shadow flees. Your name is not just a word, it is a decree, a song, a promise that cannot be broken. Feel the contrast. Down on earth, you have struggled. You have faced closed doors, unanswered questions, and nights that seemed endless. You have wondered if heaven even noticed, if your prayers were lost in the noise. But here, in the throne room, you are the focus. The king's eyes are on you. The angels lean in. The courtroom is filled with the fragrance of hope, the sound of destiny awakening. The struggles of earth are real, but they are not the final word. Here, in this place, your story is seen in full. Every battle, every tear, every act of faith is recorded in the scrolls. The judge speaks, and his voice is like rushing waters. Let the record show, this one is chosen. This one is beloved. This one is called by name. The scroll glows brighter, and the words written there begin to lift off the page, swirling around you like a mantle of light. The courtroom is alive with anticipation. The verdict is about to be released. The treasures of heaven, keys, crowns, scrolls of new assignments, are waiting to be transferred into your hands. The angels prepare to move at the king's command. You stand in the center of it all, not as a stranger, but as a child of the king. The courtroom is not a place of judgment for you, but a place of restoration. The accusations of the enemy are silenced. The chains of delay are already loosening. The king's gaze is filled with love, and his decree is about to change everything. The scroll is open, your name is shining, and the next word spoken will unlock doors you thought were forever closed. Stay with me. The verdict is moments away. The treasures of heaven are within reach. The courtroom of heaven is open, and you are standing in the light of destiny. What comes next will shift the course of your life forever. The silence in the courtroom is electric. Every angel waits, every heart holds its breath. The judge's eyes are fixed on you, not with anger, but with a love that burns brighter than any fire. The scroll bearing your name is open, and every accusation, every mistake, every regret is laid bare. The enemy tries to speak, to remind heaven of your failures, to replay the moments you wish you could erase. But the King raises his hand, and all voices fall silent. The gavel is lifted, heavy with authority, gleaming with the light of justice and mercy. Then, with a sound that shakes the heavens and calms your soul, the gavel falls. Not guilty, the judge declares. Highly favored. The words ring out, echoing through the halls of light, breaking every chain that tried to hold you back. The fire of God sweeps through the courtroom, not to destroy, but to purify. Every stain, every shadow, every mark of shame is consumed in holy flame. You are not defined by your past. You are not bound by your mistakes. The verdict is grace. The verdict is restoration. The verdict is favor. Feel the contrast. Where there was accusation, now there is affirmation. Where there was shame, now there is honor. The King does not see you through the lens of your failures, but through the promise of your future. The angels rejoice, their voices rising in a song of freedom. The enemy is silenced, his case dismissed, his power broken. The judge looks at you and sees a beloved child, a chosen heir, a vessel of glory. A crown is being prepared for you, shining with the light of 1,000 dawns. The King himself places it before you, a symbol of your restored identity. The fire that once threatened to consume you now refines you, making you stronger, purer, ready for what comes next. The courtroom is filled with the fragrance of victory, the sound of chains falling, the promise of new beginnings. Stay with me. The verdict has been declared, but the story is not over. The treasures of heaven, keys, crowns, scrolls, are waiting to be placed in your hands. The next moment holds the transfer of all that has been promised. The gavel has fallen in your favor, and now the doors to your destiny are about to swing wide open. The air in the courtroom shimmers with anticipation. The verdict has been spoken, and now the King rises from his throne, his eyes never leaving yours. The angels move with purpose, carrying treasures that have been waiting for this very moment. You stand in the center, no longer a bystander, but the honored recipient of heaven's decree. The time of lack is over. The season of waiting has ended. Now comes the transfer, the moment when all that was promised is placed into your hands. First, the King extends his hand, and an angel steps forward, holding a set of keys. They glint with a light that is not of this world, each one unique, each one forged for a specific door in your life. These are the keys of access, access to places you could never reach before, access to opportunities that were once locked, access to favor that was once withheld. The King places the keys in your hand, and as your fingers close around them, you feel the weight of authority settle on your spirit. No more closed doors. No more wandering in the hallway of delay. The keys are yours, and with them comes the power to enter, to claim, to possess what heaven has reserved for you. Next, a crown is brought forth, radiant and heavy with glory. It is not a crown of human achievement, but a crown of honor bestowed by the King himself. The angels lower it onto your head, and you feel the shift. Where there was once shame, now there is dignity. Where there was once rejection, now there is belonging. The crown is a sign that you are not just accepted, but celebrated. You are royalty in the eyes of heaven, set apart for a purpose that cannot be stolen or diminished. The weight of the crown is the weight of destiny, and it fits you perfectly. Then, the scrolls are brought forward, ancient, yet alive, sealed with the mark of the King. Each scroll contains a new assignment, a fresh calling, a divine blueprint for the next chapter of your life. The King hands them to you, and as you touch them, revelation floods your mind. Clarity replaces confusion. Vision replaces uncertainty. The scrolls are not just instructions, they are invitations to partner with heaven in writing a story of impact, influence, and legacy. You are entrusted with purpose, and heaven trusts you to carry it well. Feel the contrast. Where there was once emptiness, now there is abundance. Where you once felt powerless, now you hold the tools of authority. The courtroom is alive with celebration, the angels rejoicing as the transfer is completed. The King's voice resounds, "You are equipped. You are crowned. You are commissioned." The three streams of blessing begin to flow: clarity for your mind, access for your journey, abundance for your life. These streams are not a trickle, but a river, washing away every remnant of lack and limitation. You are not who you were when you entered this place. The transfer has changed you. The keys unlock new doors, the crown marks you as chosen, and the scrolls guide you into destiny. The courtroom of heaven is filled with light, and you are standing in the center, radiant with the favor of God. The angels bow in honor, and the King smiles with delight. The treasures of heaven are now in your hands, and nothing can take them from you. Stay with me. The transfer is only the beginning. The streams of blessing are about to flow into every area of your life, bringing restoration, healing, and overflow. The next scene is one of restoration. Watch as what was lost is returned, and what was broken is made whole. The story is still unfolding, and your miracle is only just beginning. This is the moment everything shifts. The courtroom fades, but the treasures you carry remain: keys in your hand, a crown on your head, scrolls pressed to your heart. You step forward, and the world around you begins to change. Where there was once darkness, a gentle light now pours in, chasing away every shadow. The night that seemed endless is breaking into dawn. You feel it in your spirit, the turning point has come. Restoration begins to unfold before your eyes. Relationships that felt fractured and distant are suddenly touched by grace. Words of forgiveness flow where there was once silence. Hearts that were closed begin to open, and the warmth of reconciliation fills the air. Doors that were locked tight now swing wide, and you walk through them with confidence, knowing you carry the keys of access. Every step you take is guided by wisdom, not error. The confusion that clouded your mind is replaced by clarity, and the path ahead is illuminated by the light of heaven. Loss gives way to overflow. Where you once mourned what was taken, now you rejoice in what is being restored. The three streams of blessing, clarity, access, and abundance, flow freely into your life. Clarity brings understanding and direction, helping you see with new eyes. Access opens opportunities that were once out of reach, granting you favor in places you never imagined. Abundance overflows, not just in material things, but in peace, joy, and purpose. These streams are not just for a moment, They are rivers that will never run dry. Feel the contrast. The pain of the past is being healed by the promise of the present. The mistakes that once defined you are now stepping stones to wisdom. The emptiness you carried is filled to overflowing. You are not returning to what was, you are stepping into something greater, something new. The King's decree has set restoration in motion, and nothing can stop the streams from flowing. Stay with me. The turning point is here, but there is more to receive. The streams are flowing, and your spirit is being prepared for activation. In the next moment, you will step into declarations that seal this restoration and ignite the fire within you. The journey is not over, it is only just beginning. Take a deep breath. Let the air fill your lungs, let the moment settle in your spirit. This is not a time to stand on the sidelines. This is your invitation to step forward, to move from watching to receiving, from hoping to declaring. The fire of heaven is here, not to consume you, but to ignite you. Light flickers around you, warm and alive, ready to awaken every promise that has been placed in your hands. Now, speak these words aloud. I receive my keys. I receive my crown. I receive my scroll. Let each declaration rise like a spark, carried on the breath of God. With every word, you are stepping out of passivity and into power. You are not waiting for permission, you are claiming what heaven has already released. The fire burns brighter with every declaration, and the light within you grows stronger. You are not empty-handed. You are not overlooked. You are chosen, equipped, and ready. Feel the shift. Where there was hesitation, now there is boldness. Where there was uncertainty, now there is confidence. The breath of fire is awakening your spirit, burning away every remnant of fear and doubt. You are standing in the light, surrounded by the warmth of God's presence. The declarations you speak are not just words, they are keys unlocking new doors, crowns restoring your honor, scrolls revealing your purpose. Stay with me. The activation is not just a moment, it is a movement. The fire that has been kindled in you is meant to overflow, to touch every part of your life and every person you encounter. In the next breath, you will be commissioned to carry this light into the world, to let the overflow of heaven pour through you. The journey continues, and the best is yet to come. You are no longer standing alone in the shadows. The days of isolation, of feeling unseen and unheard, are over. Now, you are a carrier of heaven's decree. The light that was kindled within you in the throne room is not meant to be hidden. It is meant to shine, to overflow, to touch every life around you. You have been entrusted with more than a blessing, you have been given a mission. The keys, the crown, the scrolls are not just for you, they are for the world that needs what you carry. Feel the contrast. Where you once felt small, now you stand tall. Where you once questioned your worth, now you walk in purpose. The overflow of heaven is not a trickle, it is a river, pouring out of you into every place you go. You are a light bearer, a beacon in the darkness, a living testimony that God still speaks, still chooses, still restores. Your story is a spark that can ignite hope in others. Your words, your kindness, your courage, they are all part of the overflow. You are commissioned to bless, to heal, to encourage. The world is waiting for the light you carry. Every step you take is guided by the decree spoken over you. Every door you enter, every person you meet, is an opportunity for heaven's overflow to pour out. You are not just a receiver, you are a releaser. The streams of clarity, access, and abundance flow through you, bringing life wherever you go. Stay with me. The final seal is about to be placed on this moment. The closing anthem is rising, and your spirit is being marked for a new season. The journey does not end here, it expands. The light within you is only growing brighter, and the world is about to see what heaven has declared over your life. Today, your name was spoken in heaven, and your life is forever changed. The old has passed away, the days of waiting, the nights of wondering, the seasons of silence. Now, the new has come. You stand in the light of a fresh decree, crowned with honor, holding the keys of access, carrying the scrolls of destiny. The chains of delay are broken. The shadows of doubt have lifted. You are not who you were before this moment. You are chosen, you are seen, you are called. Let this anthem rise in your heart. I am transformed. I am restored. I am overflowing with the goodness of God. The story that once held you back is now the testimony that propels you forward. The fire that once threatened to consume you now burns as a beacon, guiding you and others into hope. The river of blessing that began as a trickle is now a flood, touching every part of your life and spilling over to those around you. Feel the seal of heaven upon you. The King's decree is final. The verdict is in your favor. The transfer is complete. You are marked for purpose, set apart for glory, and sent out as a light-bearer to the world. The anthem of heaven is your anthem now, a song of victory, of freedom, of unstoppable love. The old limitations are gone. The new possibilities are endless. If this resonates with your spirit, declare your miracle below. Share your light in the comments, and let your testimony encourage someone else who is waiting for their moment. If you want to walk this journey together, subscribe and stay connected. The seal is set, the anthem is rising, and your new story has begun.